Oh, well, we got that Blastoise VMAX video out of the way. I guess I'll just leave Venusaur until later. Alright, jeez. Welcome back, everyone, to more from the Sableyes. I'm Mitch, and today we're going to take a look at Venusaur VMAX, the last of the 3 Kanto starters to get a VMAX card. Very exciting promo. Let's check it out on PTCGO. We'll see how it goes. So here is Venusaur VMAX. Forest Storm is the attack that everyone is excited about on this card. For 2 colorless energy, it deals 30 damage times the amount of grass energy that you have on your Pokemon in play, which is very, very easy to power up. Obviously, we have cards like Rillaboom in standard format at the moment, which makes accelerating grass energy really, really easy. Voltage Beat allows us to search our deck for 2 grass and attach them to our Pokemon in any way we like. We can get into those Rillabooms by using Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor. You've seen this combo before, I'm sure. If you haven't, go back and check out some of the other Rillaboom deck profiles that I've done in the past. Super Growth is an incredibly good attack. Calming Hurricane and Tropical Hour are both also incredibly good, as well as Venusaur VMAX's second attack. For 2 grass, 2 colorless, it has G-Max Bloom, deals 210 and heals 30 damage. So what we can do is we can set up 210 damage ticks on everything if we want to, or we can focus down the Forest Storm attack. But like many other grass decks, I can barely speak today, I'm just so excited to play Venusaur. Like many other grass decks, a Voltage Beat does power up our Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor quite nicely. We can Tropical Hour and remove energy. We also have access to Zarude V with Jungle Rising as well, which can also accelerate. Now, you don't necessarily need to use Zarude. You could also use Shaman Prism, which is still in standard and still legal, so you could definitely use that. It has effectively the same attack as Venusaur VMAX, so if you want that on a basic that only gives up 1 prize, that could be a good option as well. It is important to note that since we are playing a grass deck, we want to make sure that we have Weakness Guard energy. If we don't have that, then all of the fire decks that are running rampant at the moment in standard they'll kill us. It's as simple as that, so we need to have that card. But apart from that, the list is pretty simple. What I'll do is I'll jump on across to some games now, and we'll show off exactly how Venusaur VMAX is going to go. Rightio, we've got an average start here. We've got Crobat in the active, and we've got not a lot going on in our hand. A Bronzor is frightening for me, because that means that we are probably looking at a Bronzong deck. It suggests that we're probably playing against the new Corviknight. We'll quick ball here, grab Venusaur. We have the VMAX in hand, and we'll attach an energy to it. Going first with this deck is not our priority. We want to normally go second so that we can get Eggrow off early. But this hasn't started like that for us. So unfortunately, we will not be able to get ourselves an Exeggutor in the active and a Rowlet. Not a Rowlet, what do you call it? What's the grass boy's name? Grookey on the bench. Oh my goodness, I just had a complete mental blank. Oh man, we're getting Marnied here. There's a Grookey, that's pretty good. And we've got a research, so it's not all bad. Now, Bronzong in play on turn 2 is pretty frightening. That's what these metal decks do very, very well now. Metal transfer from Bronzong is incredibly strong, and it can set up a whole bunch of attackers here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're looking at a Corviknight deck list here. This is going to find a Crobat. We'll see a couple of extra cards. Now, we've gone quite slowly, and here's another bad thing. Not only are there lots of fire decks around at the moment, but these metal decks resist grass. So maybe Venusaur VMAX is not the best choice on the ladder right now. You can definitely play it if you want to play along. Oh boy, we're getting an escape rope here. That's not actually too bad for us. It means we don't need to find it out. If you want to play along, there's a list down in the description. You can go and copy that straight into PTCGO. And whilst you're there, if you like the video, that would be great. And if you're a channel member, then give me some nice Jigglypuffs down below, because I'm quite angry at having to play against this straight up. If we do well, it's a big statement, I think, from Venusaur about how strong it can be, because this deck is going to be one that is tough to beat. An Intrepid Sword from our opponent, and that's about it. A Quick Ball is pretty good. Let's get rid of the Eldegoss then. We can find ourselves Eggrow here. We can play that down. We can grab the Grookey, we can attach to the active and then research, and we just need to find a switch here, and we do. So this is gonna mean we can actually get into our whatchamacallit straight away, our Rillaboom straight away here. That's actually really, really good for us. And since we've got the Eggrow, we are only a couple of turns away from the Tropical Hour, which is going to be very, very good. So we've got a decent chance, if we can get that Tropical Hour attack off, and remove all the energy from play. Remember, Bronzor moves energy, it doesn't accelerate it. That's what Metal Source is for. And I think they've already used one of them at least. Well, they've used that one. I could check, but I'm not going to. Because where's the fun in that? I just like to be surprised. They're going to retreat into the Zacian. It looks like they're going to try and just Brave Blade here, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all. We've got switches, so worst case scenario, we can switch into the VMAX and just attack. We're not going to be able to Tropical Hour to remove the energy straight away, but getting some damage down is going to be alright. This is going to be a slow one. It's going to be a long, grindy game. We can't knock them out, but they can't knock us out either. Now, the issue is they have Cheryl. We've got Marnie, though. That's good. I think we Rillaboom to the active switch, and we think we still do this. We'll attach. We'll Voltage Beats. We'll grab the energy. We still put that on the Rowlet eggs, even though the damage has already been done. We're going to switch, and then we're going to Marnie, I think. That's pretty much all that we need to do this turn. If they Gust knock out the Eggrow next turn, then that kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. We will play down this Grookey, though, and then Forest Storm. Next turn, if we need some draw, we can always use Turffield Stadium to grab a Pokemon, and then use Pokemon Communication to find either Crobat or Dedenne, depending on what's in the deck or what the best card for the situation is. We will need to go and look for a switch to get into our Rowlet eggs, though, because that is going to be our attacker next turn. I kind of want to either, if I can, I want to knock out the Zacian in the active or the Bronzong with the Eggrow. So that's my preferred knockout. Zacian gives me 2 prizes. Bronzong makes it a little bit harder for them to set up. Oh, but even then, I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. It depends on how their board sets up here. They've got a Dedenne. They've just discarded a Bronzong. Maybe now Bronzong is the target. I don't know what the count is for those kind of cards yet. It could be 3-2. My gut is saying it's 3-2. How much damage are we doing? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Can we knock out that Bronzong if we find a boss? We can. Escape Rope. Okay. Well, I don't want to give them the Eggrow, really. I think Crobat's going to have to be the option here, because obviously the Eggrow is not a great Pokemon to leave in the active, because they would have just been able to knock us out. They can move the energy up, and I think they're going to just clutch here, I feel like. It's not a problem. It's only going to do 30. Or are they going for the full Sky Hurricane? Maybe they do go for the knockout here. Sky Hurricane does seem like a pretty good move. 190 knocks out the Crobat. And we're at least on some nice prizes, I suppose. This is kind of a tough game. This is going to go a long way. There's the clutch, so 30 damage. Okay. Okay, a boss. Right. Right, so we can theoretically knock out this Bronzong with the Eggrow, as long as we can retreat. So we can calm for Dedenne. Then I can attach to the Eggrow and then use Voltage Beat. This is a big gamble. I would not recommend this. If it pays off, we're going to have plenty of energy and we're going to have plenty of opportunities to win the game. But it's going to be tough. They've got 3 cards in hand. They've already discarded a Bronzong. I like the idea of knocking this Bronzong out, because it means that they're not going to be as flexible. We just need to find a switch, or a switch mechanic. That'll be fine. Switch and Air Balloon, perfect. Oh, and a Thwackey as well. That's really good. So that means next turn, if the Turf Field stays in play, we'll just attach to the active, and why can I not retreat? Oh, okay. So Clutch is 30 damage, and your opponent's Pokemon can't retreat. we'll have to switch then. That's fine. We can just Tropical Hour and take the knockout here. I don't mind that. All that energy goes away. They lose their ability. There's that clutch attack, by the way, just so people believe me. But they lose their ability to accelerate energy through anything other than Zacian. If they do go into the Zacian here and accelerate energy to it, then we can potentially knock it out with our Venusaur VMAX. So we'll see how we go. They do have another Bronzor. The question is, do they have the Bronzong, right? If they have the Bronzong, the third one, then maybe it was all for nothing. But you know what? I'm not too worried. We should be fine. We don't even need to use Turffield to find the second Rillaboom. We can just get it. I'll attach to the Venusaur with the Wonder whatever Majiggy, and then we can accelerate another. What am I talking about? We'll accelerate another energy, and then I think we research. We need to find a switch. We need to find a switch. We have an Air Balloon. Do we still take the knockout? I think we do. If we retreat with Air Balloon, we still have 5 on the Eggrow. Plus 3 more is going to be plenty of damage to take a knockout on this Zacian, which I like. There's 2 energy in the discard pile. We will grab a Thwackey out with the Turffield here just to thin. I don't want to use Energy Recycler right now, because if they do gust out the Eggrow, I want to have as many energy as possible. So we won't use that just yet. We'll just take the knockout. There's 2 energy in the prizes. Unbelievable. So we're getting close here, guys. We're getting close. It's going to be tight, though. 2 energy in the discard pile. 1 boss still in the deck, which is good. We have 3 prizes left to take. So we're going to need to knock out 2 Vs or a VMAX. The issue with the VMAX for us is that they have Cheryl. But if they don't have a Bronzong, then we should be fine. They're going to gust up Rillaboom. That's actually kind of awkward. We may need to energy recycle here just to get this thing out of the active. Because we don't want to get rid of all of our energy. Oh man, this is awkward. Let's just have a look through here. We'll grab the VMAX. There's 1 switch left in the deck. We've got 7 cards in the deck at present. I feel like if we just play this one smart, we should be fine. I'm just gonna go like this. We'll get rid of an energy. I'll energy recycler now. Put 3 energies back in the deck. That means that I can use Voltage Beat. How many? I've got 10 cards left. Oh my goodness. Voltage Beat. I'm gonna take 2 cards out, and that takes me down to 8. I can attach there. Then I can attach an energy, I guess, to the Rillaboom. 8 cards left. If we research into the switch, we've got a 7 out of 8 chance of drawing the switch. I mean, it's not quite 7 and 8. Is that how it works? It is 7 and 8, because there's 1 card in there. Let's Pokécom very quickly. We'll see whether or not that switch is in there, just to make sure. It is. No boss, though, so boss is in the prizes. Okay, so we're researching here. If we find a switch, we're taking 2 prizes. We're going to try. We do get the switch. Okay, so we can go into the Venusaur VMAX. We need to hit the boss off of these 2 prizes. We have a 2 in 3 chance of getting boss. We have to hit it. Nope. Yes, okay. This game's coming right down to the wire. This is actually insane. If, and hear me out, if they gust up the Rillaboom with 1 energy on it, we may be in trouble. We may need to money and hope that we find the second energy to retreat. Escape rope, okay, that's fine. I can put up pretty much anything here. In fact, I think I'm just gonna put up the Eggrow, because they're gonna either clutch here, or they're gonna do some silly play. And I've got the boss. If they don't knock me out, I win. If they do knock me out, then I still have enough energy in play to gust up the Bronzor anyway. Corviknight, are they going for the clutch? They are. Alrighty, we have done it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how we managed to do this, but we have beaten a pretty rough matchup. Let's Calming Hurricane, take the knockout on the Bronzor, and take our last prize. Whew. And with 0 cards left in deck as well. That's a pretty solid performance. Alrighty, we have a much better start here. We've got ourselves an Eggrow in the active. Our opponent looks like they're going to be playing Single Strike Urshifu, or at least Single Strike something, because they have a Houndour in the active, and obviously the Single Strike energy being discarded, and the Tower of Darkness. So if I had to bet my house on something, it would be the Urshifu. That Crobat for 2 looks pretty weak. There's the Urshifu. Now we're going second. We've got Eggrow in the active. We've got access to our basic, which is fantastic. We can calm away the Dedenne as well to try and get another attacker if we want one. There's a bunch of stuff that we can do in this hand, which I really, really like. So let's just see. I think the best thing to do is actually to calm away the Dedenne. Let's just double check here. Do we have other Rillabooms? We do, so we don't need to worry about this Rillaboom being discarded. I can attach an energy to the active, I think. Maybe? Air Balloon can just go on the Grookey. Let's just research. Put these energies in the bin, and we'll see if we can get an attachment to something a little bit better. A Zarude, I guess. Or we could just Quick Ball. Actually, hey, let's Quick Ball away the Zarude. Let's not play that down. Let's just get ourselves a Venusaur, right? That's what we want more than anything, really. We can attach energy there. We can Super Growth now, and we've got ourselves a really, really good hand for next turn as well. We've got the VMAX, we've got a Dedenne, a Switch, an Energy, plus we have the Rillaboom in play. This is looking brilliant. Now, the key is going to be, does this Urshifu evolve this turn and attack for 140 or 160, depending on how many strong energies they get, or do they stay as Rapid Strike, Single Strike Urshifu V, and leave themselves open to the potential knockout from Venusaur VMAX? If they're not playing Stone Energy, then we can actually knock their V out next turn, and that could be a really, really big way to start this game off. It looks like they're attaching a basic, so no stone, so that's really, really good for us if they... Okay, so they're evolving, so that's no longer an option, and they're Marnieing. So there goes our incredibly good hand for next turn. That's what I get for saying that I've got a good hand. Is that I get a money. Also, how sick do these sleeves look? I mentioned it in the Blastoise video. If you haven't watched that one, go to the old Uploads tab and check that one out. But the sleeves that come with the VMAX are incredible. And I hope that Pokemon keeps making sleeves that look like this, because they are so, so nice. Like, I cannot articulate to you how much I like these card sleeves. And I'm to the point where I'm thinking I might play with the Blastoise ones more often. Like, Blastoise is one of my favourite Pokemon, so I'm more likely to play with those ones than the Venusaur ones. But even, look at how crisp and clean those Venusaur ones are. Incredible. They're going to Tool Scrapper. It's whatever. I don't really care about the Air Balloon on the Rillaboom too much. And they're going to use their Single Strike Acceleration to get some energy onto Urshifu and then beat down. Right, okay. So our plan now is simple. Boys, let's attach to the Venusaur. Let's use Voltage Beat, get it onto the active. I think we're going to switch, and then we're going to Quick Ball away the Thwackey and Marnie, I reckon. Let's grab ourselves, let's grab a Crobat, actually. We can draw some cards and then Marnie. That seems fine, because we're looking for the VMAX. We need the VMAX more than anything, which we've actually found. We've got the Turf Field, so we can throw that down. We can play the extra Venusaur. We can get ourselves the Venusaur VMAX, which is good. It means we're going to get a little bit of damage off here. And then we can Marnie. If they could knock me out next turn. If they have another strong energy, they could knock me out next turn. But you know what? That doesn't bother me too much. If they knock me out, they knock me out. Because I feel like we can out-tempo them, right? We can get enough momentum going that we should be able to take enough knockouts to win the game. Also, I don't know how I feel about that, boys. The plan is simple. Have I been watching too much YouTube? Perhaps. Perhaps. Have I considered putting in some really hype music over the top? Have I considered the Fox Footy theme? I've considered it, but I haven't done it yet. But I might do it, and there's nothing that anyone can do to stop me because I'm in control of my own. What are they doing? They're gusting. Are they just gonna knock out the Rowlet? They're just gonna beat down and knock out the Rowlet. That seems like a misplay, my dude. Because now you've got. Can we? Yeah, because we can just accelerate 2 energy to the VMAX, knock out your VMAX, and you cannot respond to that. It seems like an error. Let's calm away the Dedenne, grab ourselves a Thwackey. We can evolve our Grookey on the bench. We can attach with Voltage Beat. We'll get the last 2 energy in the deck. Put them on the active, and then we can attach to the bench, I think. We'll grab the Turf Field, I think we might do that, and grab ourselves another... Let's grab Rillaboom for next turn. We could have got the VMAX there, but I'm not too worried about it. Let's G-Max Bloom, take the knockout. This is a bit of a momentum killer for you, dude. I don't know if there's anything that you can realistically do to deal with this. You definitely can't evolve and knock me out next turn, because you don't have enough Houndooms in play. And you've not got any energy on your dude. We've got 4 energy in the bin, so we can recycle some energy back, which would be great. The one thing that we do need to be careful of is a frightening VMAX with 3 energy on it next turn. That could be bad. Let's just chuck the Crobat active. I don't really care if they knock the Crobat out. That's fine. If they do that, then I'm happy, to be honest. If we see a double Houndoom here, attach a couple of energy, that's going to be 40 damage onto an Urshifu, which puts it to 180. I mean, we can knock it out with the second attack anyway, but the thing that I'm more interested in is, can I get a knockout on a VMAX with another 5 energy attachments? And I actually think, yes, I can. Because if they go into the VMAX here, let me just stop. If they get all of the energy, they'll put 40 damage on it. It'll go down to 290 damage, right? Just bear with me. So if they get that, it goes to 290. We attach an energy recycler, double Rillaboom, knockout with Venusaur's first attack. That's if they evolve into the VMAX. If they don't, then we pretty much win the game with the second attack, because they're going to be accelerating energy. They've put a whole bunch on their active. Yeah, because now that they've done the damage, the stone energy doesn't matter, because we're only going to deal 180. We're going to be dealing 220 minus 20 because of the stone. I think we may have beaten Single Strike Urshifu here. They're just going to laser focus for nothing. That is bad. Okay. Yep, concession. There we go. I think we had that one either way, guys. I think we had that one either way. So there you have it. Venusaur VMAX does the job. Tick, big green tick in the top left corner of the screen there. We have taken Venusaur off of the OG 150 challenge board. We have 2/3 to go. It's going to be pretty tough. There's some doable ones there. There's some ones from Battle Styles, which is fantastic, but I will say that this is going to slow a bit until we get Battle Styles hype stuff out of the way, so just make sure you're paying attention. You'll see the new videos when they come up. And thank you very much to everyone who has supported, in particular, my channel members, people like Dadbod and Azazel, who put in a lot of support, which is fantastic. Fernando, Yolo, Diego, Stephen, Agent Abel, appreciate it. Victor, Connor, Dario, Ton Cove, Sparksy, Kabakazi, Josiah, Austin, Stephanie, Charbunga, Sam, Captain, and a Fairy. Whew. That list is getting so long that I can barely even breathe when I'm going through it. Appreciate your support, and thank you very much to Ryder, who contacted me last night and offered a whole bunch of retro codes. So I've got a whole bunch of packs and stuff. As soon as my furniture arrives, and this is for the people at the end of the video who are actually watching, give me a comment down below and let me know that you're actually watching at the end. As soon as my furniture arrives, I'm going to be doing a massive stream where I'm going to be giving away a lot of that product, as well as a ton of cards from Battle Styles and stand legal sets like Sword and Shield onwards. So make sure that you're looking out for those. Join the channel, subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. Thank you, everyone. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.